So typically in the past, you could never watch short throw laser TVs during the day. They just didn't get bright enough until now. So this one specifically is the Hisense L9Q. It's literally the middle of the day right now. My entire place, or this side, is covered with windows, so lots of natural light comes in. Typically in the past, I was never able to watch short throw projectors during the day. The image just never got bright enough. I found that the picture quality really suffered. It just looked a bit washed out, but this one has 5,000 lumens of brightness, making it one of the brightest short throw projectors on the market. I've had a chance to review a lot over the years and actually reviewed Hisense's very first short throw projector back in 2018 when I partnered with them and got to go to Russia for the World Cup. So it's kind of full circle. That is literally 8 years, which is kind of nuts to think about. The tech has gotten a lot better over the years. The units have become way smaller, but the biggest difference here is how bright it gets. Fully able to watch this during the day, where I could never say that in the past. So if you've actually never seen a short throw laser TV before, it typically lives on a TV console close to the wall and bounces the image upwards instead of having, say, like a traditional projector, which is ceiling mounted or behind you. It just makes it a lot easier for home setups. You don't need to worry about mounting it. You don't need to worry about wires, and all you typically need is a blank wall. So this one gets specifically from 80 inches all the way up to 200. I've actually got it paired with a Hisense projector screen, which I've had installed for a couple of years at my place. But like I said, anywhere from that 80-inch mark all the way up to 200 inches, which is pretty crazy. So to the actual unit itself, which like I said, has come a long way from the first gen ones, this one actually looks good, like it can belong in the actual space. It looks very premium. You can see some of the gold detailing. It has a faux wood finish on the back, but one design aspect I really like is this little hump or area at the back, which houses both the speakers, as well as actually blocks your view from the laser. So before you'd be watching content, say on the couch, you could see the laser box, which never really looked good. You almost wouldn't know that this is where the TV is, and something that I really liked when I was setting this up. So you obviously have to calibrate this and fit it to match your room. You can see how the image moves, and you just have to align it so it is fully straight. It does have an auto keystone feature, but like I said, it does have this eye protection. So when you put your hand in front of the actual lens, the image gets darker. Really useful if you say have kids or even pets that are wandering around. You obviously never want to look straight into the laser, which could hurt your eyes. So that gives it some sort of protection. So to the actual tech specs of the TV, I mentioned that it's got 5,000 ANSI lumens of brightness. It runs off of triple laser technology. It's 4K. It's got a 5,000:1 contrast ratio. It's loaded with pretty much every high-end video format. So no matter what type of content you're watching, it's got Dolby Vision, HDR10+, it's IMAX enhanced. And what I actually found really surprising, it has a 240 hertz refresh rate. So it's also good for gaming. You can actually see I've got my Xbox hooked up right in the corner. When I have my rare bits of downtime, I like to hop on, play a couple games. Once again, typically in the past, you were never able to take advantage of that, and you would need to game somewhere separate just because the refresh rate wasn't high enough. Even if you're watching something fast paced like sports, F1, I know that the Jays just made the World Series. I'm from Toronto, so I will be watching them on this screen. And what I've actually noticed more watching content here at home, I want to leave this space less. I don't want to go to the cinema. I don't want to watch like a movie in a theater. I've pretty much built my own home setup here with a large enough screen, and you're in the comfort of your own home. All right, we hopped onto a little POV. You can see my feet wiggling on in the couch, but this is essentially running Google TV. So right now I'm on YouTube, and I can obviously watch whatever I want. I can even watch myself, but even through the remote, you can access all of your favorite apps. So you can access like things like Netflix with just a click of a button. I was previously just watching Our Planet, but the interface is so much easier to kind of navigate. You can see here on the main home screen, all the apps that you can access, literally hundreds to choose from. You can hop into settings on the right corner and then say like picture, I can change, whatever quality that I want. I've got it set to vivid right now, standard, sports, energy saving. There's even like a theater mode, filmmaker mode, just kind of changes the look of the overall TV. You can set it to whatever you want. The interface of this has just gotten so much better, quicker, snappier, and that's all thanks to, of course, Google TV. And lastly, I mentioned there are speakers built into the actual unit. They are powered by DVLA. They sound really good as a standalone out of the box. They've got some good depth to it, but if you want something a bit more immersive, you could pair it with a soundbar or an existing sound home cinema setup if you want. Even in my personal space, which is a decent size for a condo, I haven't felt the need to upgrade the sound. So we switched to this clip right now. You can tell that it's nighttime. It's really dark. I'm in my comfy clothes that are ready to moss out. I find this is where the TV really shines, almost indistinguishable from a regular like LED, OLED TV, just because of how bright it is. You honestly wouldn't be able to tell the difference. So if I come on over to this way, going through the full menu, whatever you guys happen to watch at night. So if I wanted, I can just like hit up Netflix, for example. And in all the videos that I've done of short throw laser TVs, you guys have always said, oh, you can tell it just doesn't get as bright. Why would you ever want that? Like I said, most of the time when you're watching this, probably at night, honestly, you cannot even tell the difference. Actually, my wife is a telltale sign. She actually mentioned that it's way brighter than the previous ones that we've had. Even pulling up yours truly on YouTube. So I would say looks pretty good. But overall, I've been super happy with this performance. You can see that I'm watching just some F1 highlights right now. I could never do this in the past, especially during the day. We literally have sun just coming into my place. I would always have to sacrifice having a large picture quality, which obviously a short throw TV gives you, 80 to 200 inches, but it would always seem a bit washed out. This is probably the best experience that I've had with one, and there's finally no more compromise of having a bright enough TV or a bright enough short throw laser TV in my place where I can recommend it to most people. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed my new upgrade. Super stoked to share this because I've had a Hisense TV for close to 8 years and it's great to see the tech evolve. If you look at screens like actual TVs, the cost of something from that 100-inch mark plus to 120, they obviously don't make 200-inch TVs. The cost of those like LED, mini LED panels are just so expensive. You can get something for the fraction of the cost, still gives you really great performance no matter what type of content you're watching. And what's really great about this is the versatility of this TV to fit your space literally perfectly to however large you want it, all the way up to that 200-inch mark. So you just need to push the unit slightly further back from the wall, and obviously the image will get larger. If you've got extra people over, you can have a larger image. You can take this into, say, the basement where you have a larger wall. It's light enough that you can carry it on your own. Imagine trying to haul around or carry around a 150-inch actual TV. There's just no way. Hopefully you enjoyed this vid. I will of course leave everything linked down below, and I'll catch you in one of my next ones. Peace.